She had been busy. I will skip over lots of detail. If not, it would take hours to write it out. Basically, it's an EA that turns into 3 nights of texting. Been married for 17 years. House, 2 kids. She's been in contact with her second cause for about 1 year or so. Maybe longer. I never thought anything of it. 10 months ago, they send messages via Facebook often and post on each other's wall. Then it got more and more frequent. Still, I think, what? They are family. Forward to April, she cuts off communications. I ask what's happened. She indicates, he wants to meet. I think okay, like have a family outing or hook up. She says hook up. Now I'm suspicious. I begin to check phone records on a frequent basis. Nothing going on for about 2 months. Then I see a text sent 1 or 2 times a month after that. I ask why you are sending text. I'm told, just want to say hello. Fast forward to July. A text is sent and 1 week later a friend request is sent via Facebook. I'm thinking, this is odd. Did you not block him? Before you know it, it was full-blown text for 2 weeks in July. On the last week I ask, what's the deal between you two? Wife tells my body is here with you but my heart is with him. My heart drops. I didn't want to overreact, so I play it cool. I tell her to be honest with me and tell me everything. Big mistake. Wife wants to be with him. Leave me. I ask what about the kids? Wife indicates she's not thinking about that at the moment. I wait 1 week to let things cool down. Over the weekend I tell her this is not right. What does she plan to do about it? Wife tells me, I need time to get him out of my heart. I don't think that have met since he stays 3 hours away, but it could have happened. Fast forward to week 2. Texting pics begin to fly between both for 3 days. Things wife has never said to me, was said to other man. Now I'm panicking, not sure what to do. Part of me wants to get out. Other half wants to work it out. That Friday, I'm ready to lawyer up on the upcoming Monday. But I call the other man and tell him, this is destroying our marriage. Other man tells me that wife and he talked about it and she assured him that's what she wanted. Other man tells me not to lawyer up, not to get divorced. He was going to cut all communications. Week 3, wife acts like everything is cool at home, like nothing is happening. We begin to talk and voices get louder. I ask why. Wife tell me, what do you want me to do about it? He's in my heart and I can't get him out. Wife tells me she can't get him out of her heart and head. Wife feels pain for being with me but not logically being able to be with him. I ask what you are going to do about it. Wife tell me give me time, it will pass. That's the only answer I get. That Friday, she sends me a text asking to go to happy hour with friends from work. She's never asked that in 18 years. I tell her go right ahead if that's what makes her happy. This past weekend I take wife to the beach for a long walk and talk. I tell wife this is not working for me and I'm going to get a divorce. Wife tells me she doesn't want one. To give her one more chance. That she's human and she made a big mistake. That she was sorry. For me to try and forgive her. I indicate that we do not have a marriage. This has come to 2 people that share money and bonding. Love is not in the picture. Wife heart is with him and I'm here as a backup. Only for physical satisfaction. I ask, what are you going to do? I don't want to hear give me time. Wife asks me, what do you want me to do? At that moment, I knew that she's not ready to do whatever it takes to make this right. She said, do you want me to disconnect Facebook, disconnect my cell phone? What I was looking for was for her to make drastic change, not ask me what I want. As the night goes on, we go out late for a talk. The conversation ends with, wife saying I cannot force someone who doesn't want to be with, to stay with. The idea of divorce still hurts but I think it may be the only on I have. The main reason is because of the kids, but I don't want to be in a home where I'm not happy, or looking forward to seeing the person that has done this to me. I have to plan my departure, slowly. Want to make sure all ducks are in a row. Weird how the bonding has been great since all of that happened. I'm taking it one step at a time. So far, it's been 2 weeks with 0 contact. I believe it will not last forever, but I'm hopeful. All I know is one slip up, just the slightest and it done and over. No second chances. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. The way it feels to me, although it's been very bad how every happened. She's never displayed this behavior before, never. I don't know if it's midlife crisis or something but I'm giving her the benefit of a doubt. If I get a hint that the game is still being played, I'm out. At the moment, she has not gone to any happy hour, yet. We'll see this Friday. If wife even asks for permission, very close family will know what is going on. For some reason, I have not said anything. I guess, I'm hopeful that things will recover. I must be in denial big time. I know from a MSG sent via Facebook 3 weeks ago. That cause said he was coming at the end of the month to see her. Wife said she'll be waiting. I don't know if it's going to happen or not since I spoke to him. We'll see. At this time, I'm capturing all calls being made and texts that are sent and received. I don't know if another email address is used, but I'm monitoring everything that's going on with the current one. The keylogger is also running on the PC along with screen capture. I'll have to get a VAR. Other man is not married, lives alone. Has been for a long time. The reason given for all of this happening is that he was sad. Sending sad pics and wife didn't want him to continue to be sad. We felt it was her job to make him happy. Feelings started to grow more for him. How low. They connected via Facebook. Over 1 year ago. I was watching all messages going back and forth, but it all looked okay. Until this July, after cutting calls out for 3 months. We wanted to reconnect. We couldn't stop thinking about him 24/7. Then wife tells me the text got more heated. Beginning of August, I didn't know this was going on. Wife tells me the following. Other man requested a pic of her but she declined. Wife was shy, she's never done that before. OM said I have a pic of me but it's perverted. Wife says send it anyway since you're insisting so much. Lots were sent. All of us know what it was. I didn't know at the time that this was going on. That evening wife asked me to take a pic of her. I was okay with it. It was a dirty pic. Next thing you know, overnight wife sends the pic. I capture the text and the next 2 days it was full-blown madness. This Sunday, while on our long walk, I asked, do you want something different in your future? Are you tired of the current routine? Are you looking for some type of excitement? Silence is all I got. It was a very long pause. I told wife, why so quiet? Are you trying to find the right words to say? Afraid you might say something wrong. After that I said we should get divorced. Wife said she didn't want one. That she'll change. Wife asked what I can do to make things better. Get off of Facebook, disconnect the new phone and keep the old one. These are things I didn't want to hear. I wanted her to tell me, I'm disconnecting Facebook, disconnecting my phone. Stop reading horoscope. I would think that if this was important to her, wife would do these without asking. All I know is that marriage is when two people love each other. They'll do anything for each other. But now it feels like we are roommates, with benefits, sharing expenses. I don't know how much longer I can go, but I'm trying to get ready little by little. I've also gotten counseling from someone I trust very much, and the same was said by that person. But it's been 2 weeks since last contact was made. Wife tells me I will not pursue this any further. Wife said, I screwed up bad. But my gut tells me, wife will say anything to stay. And those feelings are still there for other man. As the days go by, I think my indecision will cause me more harm. Part of me wants to get out. Another part wants to give wife a chance. I think the following is happening here. Let me know if I'm wrong. God is not in the center of our marriage. Wife following the horoscope almost to the letter. I mean, wife spends hours and hours on that stuff, reading all 3 signs. On weekends, at least 10 hours sat and sun. I said, let's read the Bible together. Wife says later. Not now. I pray and pray that things work out. Honestly, I'm waiting for wife to screw up again so I can finally divorce. I could be going about this all wrong. I am being a wimp, scared of the whole situation, concerned about what we might say for tell her mom, who has lived with us for 18 years. I was worried about what mom's reaction would be, but it must be done. You're not the only one who has said that. If the wife doesn't like that, tough cookie. I don't think it could get much worse than it is now. His mom sounded like she was concerned. Asked if I wanted her to talk to him, that he's not looking for a long-term relationship. OM moves around from job to job a couple times a year. Guess all OM wants to do is play. The only thing I need for her to get from him is his address. So, we can send and see letter. Her mom was in shock, broke down crying, could not believe what I was saying to her. Tonight, I'll present the wife with what I expect for her to do. Anything other than that, I know she's playing the game and is not serious about the marriage. I'll tell her that I've told them. We'll see tonight. So far, I've told her that I want for you to work this out. I want to go to MC right away so we can start repairing this marriage. She knows I'm not just saying it but I mean it. I have not pushed her away, and I make it clear that it's her decision to make. She knows where I stand. Wife never really indicated what she wanted from the OM, just wanted to be with him. No contact for almost 2 weeks. Wife indicates she will not make any attempt, but that's hard to believe. I'm still hopeful this next step will get us to recovery. Just have to wait and see. The answer given so far was, other man was lonely and sad all the time. While sending texts back and forth, feelings started to grow. Before wife knew it, wife fell in love with other man. Story hasn't changed since the end of July. It took them about 8 to 10 months for all of this to happen. My question is always, how can this happen? I guess he brainwashed me or something. The day wife told me, which was at the end of July, if I could hit delete and make this go away I would. But now I'm in this big mess I created. Then shortly afterwards, things got crazy. My part is taking a pic of her that was late sent to OM. After that pic, all hell broke loose. I still hope we can fix this. Tonight will depend on her. Will I think it's time to move on? Moments ago, wife says she is not writing the letter because it's embarrassing. Really, I say, you told me you would do anything to work on this marriage. Wife indicates she's agreed to work on all other terms but that. Wife is holding an event against me that happened many years ago that included me in porn. It was a dark time in my life but I got over it. She did forgive me and trusted in me to get over it. Now wife is saying I forgave you that time. You must do the same for me and respect me. Wife say I didn't tell anyone in the family or make you write a letter. I say, I would have done whatever, and I mean whatever, to stay in our marriage. I don't know why in her mind I'm asking for too much. I told her I'll think about it, but that's to buy time for the next step. Lawyer. I knew in me that she would not do it, but now I have the proof I needed. I hope she changes her mind, but I'm not living in this hellhole of a nightmare any longer. And if divorce kills me financially, then I'll be poor and happy than being a fake relationship. She looked and sounded very, extremely convincing. She said believe in her, she's not going to make contact. For me to trust her, trusting her so far got me to this point. My problem is that I do not have other man address at this time. I'm calling mom to see if she could give it to me. I might call other man directly and see if he really cares enough to give it to me himself. At least if the letter is written, I know wife was willing to make it work. Wife is only willing to go to NCASP. The only thing wife does is bring up the past. How wife forgave me. I insisted this is totally different. Wife had desire for and it was both ways. Before going to bed, wife will have one very last chance. If wife indicates she will not do it for the marriage, oh well. Wife question is why she need to send this letter. I told her, to prove to me she is willing to save this marriage. It's simple, but this doesn't seem to compute to wife. She asked for forgiveness again, to give her one more change. She's willing to do anything but send the letter, for me to trust her and believe in her. I said, if we go to MC and stop FB and check your email and all accounts, if you slip up just one time, I'm out. No warning, no nothing. She accepts these terms. She said the letter will not accomplish anything, that he will not look for her anymore because I spoke to his mom. He's removed other family members from my wife's side from FB. She currently ashamed and embarrassed, seems sincere. She wants to go to counseling right away. I get the feeling this is all bull and it will come around to bite me in the butt. I have my reservations big time. My problem now is not having other man address. Other man mom is not picking up cell phone. Left message, no response. Planning to call other man directly. This is where I'm stuck. I could try to force wife to call other man to get address. Not sure how that will work out. She continues to say that his mom told other man to cut all communication, but I'm not too sure. Wife say she could never see her face again. Wife has a hard time seeing her mom. I hope to get a call back tomorrow and make wife write that letter. Even if I watch wife like a hawk, how can I make certain it doesn't go underground? That's the part that gets me. I hope going to MCASP could get things started. She understands one screw up and things will never be the same. She is happily and willingly do stop FB. I might have her deactivate the account. She's agreed to transparency and everything. Access to everything. She fears contacting other man's mom because of shame. I will use Turner's advice. I know the other man will not answer. He's cut all contact. But it's the attempt that I want to see. Is she willing to do it? If he does and no answer, then I'll have her send email through text. We'll have to wait for this evening. Going to search for same letters. Sometimes I get the feeling that since wife no doesn't want contact, she better sticks with me instead. Better to have something than losing everything. Like a backup plan to go to. Although wife doesn't say, this is what it feels like. I want to believe wife wants to really work this out, but I have an internal battle going on inside. The person that is helping me cope tells me to go to 1MC and see if there is really an hope. This has me confused with the NC letter. I would still like to see her write the letter, although I don't have the address. I would email it instead. Just the fact that it is written will make me feel better. No, writing it gives me the feeling that she's not being serious. She's still resisting the NC letter. She thinks telling other man mom and her mom was not the right thing to do. That I have bad intentions with the letter. Conversation end with trying to trust her. That she will avoid all contact for life. Lastly, wife tell me she cannot force any that doesn't want to be with her to be with her. It got tense. I'm tired of all of this already. Unless a miracle happens between now and Monday. I'm hoping to go to at least 1MC together, to see if there is at least hope for real change. At this point, I don't think so, but just what if 1MC visit would help? I just feel very bad for the kids. They are the ones that will suffer most. The way I look at it, better to live happy in divorce, than living with a person you don't know you could ever trust again. Last night before going to sleep I noticed I was getting angrier and angrier. Today I'm going to try to calm down. I just hope I don't discover something new over the weekend. What had me upset last night was resistance to another request. To delete all past emails from at first wife refused, but now I'm told it will get done. Let's see. Same goes for 4 pics that's on the phone. This additional challenge almost brought me to a boiling point. I don't know how I was able to sleep. I guess praying a lot is helping. I hope to find anything going on secretly that will blow the lid off. The only reason for no NC letter is because she's been shamed very badly because mom know that she could never see her face again. I explained the one that needs it is the not mom. Also explained that she's not willing to do anything for the marriage. As I insisted, her reply is, she can't force someone to stay with her if they don't want to. What the hell is that? What good is the letter going to do? Same with the pic. Why delete it if he's always going to be family? Hill is in my head. Same for the text. I get a text in the morning saying all will be deleted. I find an app that would download all of it. 10 days later, NC since beginning of month, that I have been able to verify viewing phone records. No calls, email or text. NC letter refused. Delete pics refused. Delete FB email message refused. Stop using FB refuse. Used once with any notification. Wife say, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I say, yeah right. Wife says, people are asking why I'm not on it. First MC excuse could not attend because work schedule. Rescheduled for next week. I have to see what happened. At least I went. This means that feeling is still there for OM. Consult legal advice, the ball is rolling. The only thing going for her at this moment is no contact. If any contact is made without me know it, I must make the next move. Since time has gone by, I know I'm ready to make the right decision for me. I'm not waiting for the fog to go away or bubble to break. That could happen after I'm gone, then wife can see what she has lost. At this time, I'm going to continue doing what I have been doing, spending as much time with the kids as possible. Take them to the park, doing homework, running at least 3 miles every other day, working out at the gym hard, until everything hurts. I go with wife, by the way, trying to eat right. Since divorce day, which was a month from today, I've lost 20 to 25 pounds. It was not the right way. About that 180, I'm too tired, seems like too much work. I'm not say it's not worth it. Wife will stay or go. Her choice. I'm not going to force to do anything she doesn't want to. I care about her, for this is too much for me to handle. Fog or not, I'm not waiting for 6 or 12 months to get out of this funk. At this point I'm ready to leave all this behind me. I have to see some real change in the next month that will make me change my mind. B-Day and anniversary is coming up. Who know what will happen? Things have been the same for the last 10 days. We don't talk about what happened. Things are like the way they were before. We have a MC in 2 days. First for wife, second for me. Wife has an appointment that may conflict without meeting. Wife may use it as an excuse to not make it. I'll have to wait and see. I still feel like crap about the whole thing. Been working on the 180. No contact from me throughout the day. I may get a call, but I make it short. At home I'm on the opposite side of the house. Wife asks how I'm feeling multiple times per day. I just reply good, fine. If I were to express what I feel at that time, who knows what I might say. I sometimes have all much rage that I'm afraid I might lose control and say everything I have in my mind. She liked to continue to sleep together, but I can't find it in me to say no. That is the only part of our current relationship that I like. But once it's over, those bad feelings come back. She is still affectionate but feels fake. The only thing we do together is go to the gym and maybe a late night bite. I spend most of the time at home with the kids. Homework. Some days we go to the park, but talking and hanging out with them makes my day. Those negative thoughts go away during that time. We're still living together. While in the house, wife doing her thing, I'm doing mine. At the end of the day, we'll go out to eat. Talk about everything except D-Day. Anniversary and B-Day is coming up. Wife wants to do something. I'm not so much in the mood. I'm looking forward to MC to see what happens. I'm hopeful something positive comes out of it. Wife is worried about what she may have to say or talks about how embarrassing. I just tell her to not think about and wait until we are there together. Not talking about it is eating me up inside. In our relationship, I was the one talking, communicating, making sure we were on the same page. We would not even go to sleep angry or upset until we were able to talk about whatever issue we had at the moment. Now I don't even want to talk. Wife is always asking to say something, talk about anything. I just tell her, I want to listen now, it's your turn to talk. In moments everything goes quiet. She has nothing to say. The deal breaker will come today. We have MC and I will make one final request on front of MC. 30 days more or less have passed. No change on wife part. I've had 3 I see. 2 were ones she missed, 1 was with a one-on-one coach. Then she went to. Wife didn't like what she was told. Wants to try MC which was missed. At this point she is heavy in the fog. I will not wait for months for her to get out. I will move on for my happiness, even with all the work that it will take for her to get out. Chances are high that it will happen again. If this other man doesn't work out, she might look for someone else to scratch the itch. I deserve someone better. 18 years and this happens. B-Day and anniversary are on the same day, coming up soon. I'm out after that. This will be the last get-together with the kids. She can get mad or upset and beg and plead all she wants. I'm out. She can realize the damage made when she gets out of the fog. Like the MC said to wife, you better work on getting your head straight. He's not just going to wait for you to figure this out. That feeling of losing her that I had in the pit of my stomach and chest is gone. I don't even want to be here anymore. It might be sick, but I might as well enjoy the bonding while I can. Then to 2 MC sessions. Wife was told to be transparent. Wife indicates to MC she told me everything. She's not hiding anything. All was out in the open. I asked how this happened. Answer, it's like when a man wants to get a woman's attention. She didn't realize it until it was too late. We spoke for hours, covered everything, and wife indicated, what do you want? I said clearly without hesitation. Divorce. It got quiet. Started to cry. I'm very sorry for the pain I have caused. I'm willing to continue MC. Give me a chance to prove to you that you're the only one. What I did was a very big mistake. If you want a divorce, just give me a chance, and if you're still not convinced that I truly love you, then go ahead and divorce. It was the first time that she spoke to me that way. I'm not sure how to take it. Is she just acting or really means it? She said, we'll talk some more today. But nevertheless, I'm ready for divorce. All I have today is go. I only pause at this moment because this is a side that has not been shown before. Perhaps wife is getting out of the fog. Time will tell. 2 weeks later. I have been ready to move on for about 2 weeks or so. Had a lawyer to start the paperwork. I explained that in order for me to begin trust all over again, she would need to sign an agreement. I had one with some assistance from Elle. It indicated child support, shared custody, and so on. On Monday, when I presented these papers, wife read it and said she would not sign because they were number. I came up with, she would sign if they were number from the court. I said, fine, you want that. I'm going to see a lawyer and get you an official document. I would get all the official numbers and fine detail. Then wife could get her own lawyer and have them review it. Our agreement is 50-50 with the kids. Fair, down the middle. No one trying to take advantage over the other. She agreed. I explained it would take more than this document for me to stay. She would have to do all the work. I indicated, if you don't want to follow through with this and the boundaries I first laid out, I thank you for the wonderful 18 years we had together. They were great. It's time for me to move on. Next day, she was still making remarks. That amount on you present agreement won't help me make rent in an apartment and pay the rest of the utilities. I said, who is the one that has put me in this situation? Reality struck again. Now wife agreed to the letter of NC. Stop FB altogether. Delete pics. That was done 2 weeks ago. Delete past email notification. Continue MC and even IC if needed. Give up all credit cards. Continue transparency. And if other man contacts you, I better know about it at SAP. If I find out 10 minutes, 2 hours later, 1 week later, whatever, I've out. Now it's wait and see how things go. Wife could be saying what needs to be said. May want to get in contact in the future. Time will tell. Can you believe that even after telling the wife if I don't get the letter of NC, I'm gone to file? Wife says I'll get if on wed. I tell her, then it'll be wed of next week, next month. Who knows when? She said it's hard to write it. She still has some feeling for the other man. Not feeling of being with them, but feelings. Yeah, right. She said it wouldn't work out anyways. Other man doesn't make much money. WW is not willing to move in with other man, who lives 3 hours away. Leave her job to be with the other man. Wife says I don't want to be with that person. I want to be with you. I love you. I've made a grave mistake. It was wrong of me for putting you through all of this. I want to are with you. I said, if I don't get the letter, don't bother. I'm going to file. How can someone hear that and still not write the letter? She must think I won't go through with it. Maybe I'm bluffing. We talked last night for a while. WW didn't want to talk, but I said I do. I cannot go on living like nothing happened. WW says that I'm torturing her. Bring up the past to cause her pain. What? Are you kidding me? Then she acts upset and mad, trying to flip the script. I explained, that's not going to work on me. You screwed up, and if you can't take it, too bad. You were able to cheat. You had no problem with that. WW said, do you think he's the only on I can get? There is a lot of other people out there. I'm sure I can get whoever I want, if I wanted to. I don't need to chase anyone. They would have to chase me. I explained the same in reverse, honey, but I had to stop her. Why would she say things like this if she really wants to are? She continues to ask why it is so important. What's the big deal? Why can't I take her word that she will not make contact ever? The other man may not take it seriously. If the other man tries to make contact, I will ignore it and tell you right away. I make it a big deal because it displays her commitment to me and our marriage. The letter is not for her or for the other man. It's for me. So, I can see that she wants and is willing to work on this marriage. Please let me know if I got this right. Here's my analogy. I had to use examples of different kinds of work I've done around the house to make it clear, so she can understand better. Without the letter of NC, the other man doesn't know your intentions. He thinks that perhaps after a few months or maybe a year, you can continue communications. She'll start to miss him and might make contact to see how he's doing. The same in return. The door is still open to future communication, no matter how small. I explained to my WW what the NC letter means to me. The door is closed forever, then concrete block, then a thick piece of steel welded. The door could never be opened again. That is what the NC letter means to me. Although the last week was going in the right direction and in a heartbeat, we are back to the beginning. This weekend we spent working around the house, all weekend long. Had family over, went out to dinner. It felt like we were bonding again. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way, overanalyzing everything. I see the remorse, but I'm stuck big time on that letter. That is make or break for me. If she can show me that she's willing to write the letter and send it, then I know she's willing to are this marriage. I hope I got this right. Do you guys think I'm going about this the wrong way? How can she think that she'll be able to fix this on her own? Doesn't really want to do MC. She ashamed to take about this to strangers. I explained this is part of doing whatever it takes. I had to remind her, I cannot control you and what you want to do, but I can control me and what I want to do. She just stared. She continues with, I will not make any contact. It has been almost 2 months. I has to explain, I still need that letter. Even with or without the letter, I have a hard time knowing if she's with me because she's comfortable, or because she really loves me. That's also tough. I can only go by her actions. Her assurance that he will never make contact is because the OM doesn't want to be the one who caused the divorce. Other man would prefer if she divorced me for him. That is something she will not do. She thinks that I want a divorce to get back at her for the pain she has caused. Like revenge, just being with someone who gave their heart to someone else stings. I'm continuing to ask myself, what the hell? Call has been made. This entire situation is still tough for me. Yes, I'm still in denial. Behavior towards me during the emotional affair never changed. Didn't act different or strange. Didn't seem sad or unhappy. Was loving the whole time. We played often. That never changed. I say no changes in her. How did I find out? I asked, what's up with other man? Why you guys send messages on FB? I saw them and they didn't seem inappropriate. And text so much, those were being deleted. Red flag. Stupid me. I had total trust at that moment. She told me. No trickle truth. It was detailed step by step. She's never lied to me before, and didn't lie about her emotional affair. It was very hard for her to tell me. I could see it in her face. That's when I thought the world was going to end. I thought, how could this be? Before all this craziness, she's always been where she says. Never ever went out with co-workers. They are her only friends. More like acquaintances. She doesn't talk to them after work. Never gets phone call from them. Doesn't talk to anyone on the cell after hours. Only family. Any parties she was invited to, I went. When she goes out to the store, mall, shopping, it was always with her mom or kids or me. She's done all I've requested, with resistance at the beginning, except for the NC letter. I sometimes bring up the emotional affair, but nothing else needs to be covered. It was explained the week of divorce day. Every piece of detail. The week after, things got crazy. I spoke to other man. Since then he's been missing in area. That was almost 2 months ago. I believe that if he would not have started NC, she might still be in contact with him. That's why I get the feeling of being the backup. If she would have been the one to initiate NC, it would for some reason feel better. That's when I was in shock and followed the script to the letter just about. Did 180, exposed it to both parents and told her I'm ready for divorce at 2 weeks after divorce day. To this day, there has been NC via text, email, phone, FB. She has been transparent. Access to cell phone, FB, email, cell account, all usernames and passwords. I still have key logging and text logging running. She's doing some heavy lifting. Letting me know where she's at always, telling me how sorry she feels for giving her heart to another man, how wrong it was, being affectionate. It is fake, maybe. We've been spending more time together. We watch TV together, hang out, go to the gym. This week she got ball game box tickets for us and my son. All of us enjoyed the game. Perhaps I want instant results. I'm not giving myself time to think things through. Like I read on a post here some time ago. She is a person of words, I am a person of action. But what I want most and have made it clear is that letter of NC. Because of her resistance to it, I want it done even more. I explained, although I do not have other man address. If she would have been willing to write it immediately, that would have shown her commitment to me and the marriage. But this resistance only displays that she still has emotions for the other man and does not want to hurt his feeling or leave the door open for future contact. It will be too bad and sad if after getting paperwork of divorce, she still refused to write the letter. I will display that she still wants to be with other man in the future, and if not him, someone else. If it's true that her intentions are to R, it would be sad to see if she is willing to divorce than to send the letter. I will know at that very moment it's time to move on. If it's sent, then we might have something to work on. Who knows, with time, I may not want to be with her anyways. It's hard to be with WW knowing their heart and love is with someone else, even though some time has passed. She said that her emotions cannot be turned off like a light switch, but she's doing what she can to get over it and move on with her, like with me and the family. I just reply, actions not words will convince me. About half a year later, I continue to monitor and verify the best I can with keylogger and text capture. I don't check them much. WW lets me know where she is at all times. I have access to email and Facebook, but WW continues to check astroscope. Doesn't read the Bible but checks those scopes 24/7. No matter what I say, it doesn't stop. Doesn't read up on OM scope anymore, based on the keylogger screen captures. But at least WW has had NC. We text a lot more during the day. After work we spend time together, talk, watch TV. I surprise her with dinner dates about once a week, totally spontaneous. We go to the gym 4 times a week. We both do homework with the kids, 1 subject each. On weekend we find something to do. If I'm working on the cars or house, we go out at night. Sometimes it'll be a date or with the kids. During New Year's we were alone for a little while and talking. I remember saying, hope no surprises for 2020. She apologized and repeated I'm sorry over and over. I still have mind movies and triggers. They are far and few. She would see me act different or strange for a little while and ask what's going on. I tell her and she gives me a tight hug. It took some time for me to forgive. After speaking to a very close friend from church who also a MC, he said if you're going to forgive, you have to forgive from the heart. You cannot just say it. It took some time, but that's what I did from the heart. After lots of praying, Finally forgave them and I feel at peace. I had a lot of anger built up. I know that I have done all I can. Should I discover an affair in the future? It's over. No questions. 2 years later, we spent lots of time together and began our all good until now. Out of the blue she sent a friend request on FB 2 days ago, which I unfriend yesterday. I monitor on occasion and catch this. She didn't say anything. I confronted yesterday and she said she would like to keep the family relationship going. I told her that's not going to happen. I asked her to pick what's more important, that or our marriage. She said out marriage. She loves me and crap. I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach. Same as when the first E occurred. I just don't want to and will not go through that ever again. Well, today she sent another friend request which was accepted. No text has been sent, no calls, no FB messages, no emails. So, I can't prove contact has been made other than FB friend request. Am I being paranoid for no reason? Overreacting? I just don't see the point of other man seeing her post of what we are doing together and with family. It feels like she is the fish and waiting for other man to break no contact. I gave her a copy of the NC letter that was sent. It seems WW didn't realize FB friending meant the same thing. I told her it did. We spoke for a while and she broke down in tears, saying it was never her intention to reconnect the same as before. Now we have 20 years of marriage. WW says she doesn't want to throw this away. She is willing to go back to MC when we return. The first time around, I exposed the other man to his mom. WW and other man don't have a close relationship. He is a distant relative. They have seen each other 2 times since WW and I have been together. Other man lived in another part of the state many hours away. All of this happened over FB. Back then, I spoke to other man and told him he can have her. I was ready to drop her off. He said it was very wrong what happened and apologized and not to divorce her. He would block he on FB, which he did for a long time. I have documents to fill out, but that was in another county. I'll have to visit a lawyer in the county I'm currently in. We don't get back for another 2 weeks. This trip was planned a long time ago. Our 2 kids and they are having the time of their lives. The only family here is my parent and my sister 2 kids. 2 things occurred before I sat down to speak with her. Once we spoke Friday night, she quickly unfriended, broke down in tears, said it wasn't her intention to fish or continue where they left off, apologized over and over. I plain flat out told her, mistake or not, no more, it's over. I'm still going to get the paperwork started when we return. My comment, took OP 2 years to get her out, but he realized his life would be better with a partner who respects the boundaries.